not an endless war type of gal like Nikki Haley, and I thought we should have withdrawn from Afghanistan years ago. Nation building in the Middle East doesn't really work because, well, they hate us, they always have, and they always will. But the way Commander Brandon handled that withdrawal in August of 2021 was, well, like everything else he's done to date, a flippin' disaster, and a deadly one at that. And to make matters worse, the U.S. left behind more than $7 billion in military equipment. And if you're wondering who now has it, well, it's a little terrorist network known as the frickin' Taliban. And now they're rubbing it in our faces with this little snapshot of their new swag. Isn't that lovely and generous? Now, we didn't just flat out leave it to the Taliban. No, we provided that equipment which consisted of 78 aircraft, roughly 9,500 air-to-ground munitions, 40,000 vehicles, over 300,000 weapons, and nearly all specialized night vision, surveillance, and biometric technology to the Afghan army that dissolved when said soldiers turned tail and ran at the first sight of danger. How brave, how bold. Glad we spilled all that American blood over the years to help train and equip that experiment. But the Taliban is pretty pumped about it because now it's Christmas every day for them with all those new goodies. But do you think we're learning from our mistakes? Oh, hell no, because we're set to do the same damn thing with Ukraine. And it's not just because our leaders are stupid, they are, but it's also because the defense contractors and the military-industrial complex don't really care that the Taliban now has $7 billion worth of equipment. That just means they get to make more, and we, the taxpayer, get to pay for it, and then probably send it to another country again, and then get screwed over again, and then in a couple of years do it all over again. America, am I right? But still ahead, when we aren't supplying foreign entities with the spoils of our hard work, we're sending Joe to Canada to further embarrass us. Folks, the world, or at least this country, has gone mad, and much of that can be attributed to the Rainbow Mafia. It's Women's History Month, and at this rate, women's sports as we know them will be a relic of the past, because here's ESPN paying homage to women by celebrating a man. Makes sense.
In 2022, swimmer Leah Thomas became the first transgender athlete to win an NCAA Division I championship.
Disgusting. And as former UK and actual female swimmer Riley Gaines correctly noted, Leah Thomas is not a female and not brave. Leah Thomas is a narcissist and a joke. And if the women of ESPN had any integrity, they'd walk out over this. This trans worship stuff is a psychosis, and it's getting worse by the day. Like this next story, for example. Did you ever think you'd live to see the day when her and testicles were used in conjunction? The emperor has no clothes, folks. Has the rainbow blinded you? My God, this is mental illness, and it's being pushed on these young people to exploit them, and grooming is the natural extension of that. Watch as this 13-year-old boy dresses in adult stripper attire like damn Cardi B at the VMAs and does a sexy dance for adults. Wood chipper for anyone who thinks that's art or entertainment. These young and impressionable children are being indoctrinated and set up for failure, and it's all done to undermine decency, values, and childhood innocence. Also, adults can get their kicks out of it. Thank God some in the public eye are using their platform to speak this evil into extinction.
I just feel it's really sad, all the sexualization of our children right now, and we need to protect them, whatever that may be.
Amen that someone said it. We have a duty to protect children. We have a duty to keep this mind plague from becoming the accepted norm. And so far, we as a collective aren't doing enough. So I call on all those quiet conservatives and level-headed liberals out there to stand up to this. So what if they call you a name for it? Have the intestinal fortitude to speak out or forever hold your peace. This is a dangerous game of dominoes, and they're all about to fall. So wake up.